Hey, Harry, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Some people might say that this rivalry with KU isn't much of a rivalry, but it seems pretty important to you guys. Why is it such a big game for you?
Yeah, it's definitely important. I think just for all the Kansas kids being born and raised here, it's for bragging rights. It's just a fun game every year. Highly competitive. Very emotional game, and it's just a fun game every year. You look forward to it, and just prepare like a normal game for us this week.
With Will Howard getting to take all or most of the number one reps here over the last couple of weeks, how have you personally seen him improve as a quarterback?
Yeah, just his control of the offense has improved a lot. Will just coming in was already a really confident kid. You could tell he had a little bit of swagger to him, and just me being a senior, things I've just tried to do is help him, with little things, just timing and snap and pre-snap stuff, and trying to help as much as I can. But Skylar's done a great job helping him as well, and I think he's just evolved a lot just over the bye week as well.
Cool. Thanks, Harry.
Adam?
Harry, you were from Kansas, then you transferred to K-State back into the state of Kansas. Just how much emphasis does that give you on defeating Kansas this week?
Yeah, like I said, it's always fun. I grew up a KU fan, and would have loved to play there, but it's just not how the cards came out. So, super thankful to be here, and every time I get a chance to play them, I like to, I just want to make them, show them what they missed out on. I'm sure that all the Kansas kids want to do that. So, it's just a fun game every year. Highly competitive.
And as a senior, this is your last chance to play KU. And what are you saying to the younger players on this team to explain to them how important this rivalry is and how important it is to get a win?
Yeah, some of us talked yesterday in a team meeting, some Kansas kids, just about how important it was to us, and just made it to them basically like for Texas kids, it's kind of like playing UT, or for Oklahoma kids like AJ, they could play OU. It's just that type of game for us, and they know how important it is, and I'm sure the young guys will be ready to play.
John?
Yeah, Harry, when you think back to that game last year along those same lines, how satisfying was that for you, not just to win, but to play as well as you did personally?
It was very satisfying. I knew going into the week that I was going to be leaned on a little bit more, so just tried to prepare as best I could. And I thought as a team last year, Monday through Friday, we had a great week of practice, and just kind of stayed away from certain things, any distractions. I think that's what helped us win that game, and definitely something I'll remember. But past is in the past, so got to play well again this year.
Yeah, with Will at quarterback being a true freshman, do you guys in the running back room feel an extra sense of responsibility? Maybe pressure isn't the right word, but to try and do more for the offense now that you're playing with Will instead of Skylar?
A little bit, but not much. I think it's always important, especially for our offense, to get the ground game going. It opens up a lot of stuff for the offense, like play action and stuff for the quarterbacks. But I've just been so impressed with Will and how he's handled stuff. He's been a great leader, and if I would have just gotten here, I would have think he's an older player, a veteran, just the way he handles himself. So I think getting the ground game going is important, but I think Will be fine, either way.
We talked to Coach Anderson the other day, last week, I think it was, and he was mentioning how good of a block he threw on a play against TCU. How much pride do you take as a running back in being able to block, whether it's pass blocking or run blocking?
It's extremely important. I think one thing that I do is I try to take pride in everything, whether I'm running the ball, catching the ball, or passing. It's huge for us as an offense when we can have running backs and, line up in 2 or 3 back sets and have running backs do different things. It's kind of hard to defend that. So taking pride in blocking and catching and running is just something that, as running backs in this offense, we all take pride in.
Thanks, Harry.
Kels?
Do you guys do anything special with the Governor's Cup trophy this week?
It's in the locker room, but just so everybody can see it. But as far as I know, that's just sitting in the locker room, so all the players can see it.
Okay, so normally it's up with the other trophies. This week you see it every day in the locker room?
Yep, correct.
Okay. Does that add any extra motivation to things?
I mean, just seeing it, it's that's ours and we need to protect it, I think, is the kind of the mentality we have. And seeing it every day, just reminds us of how hard we need to practice and how hard we need to prepare for this game.
One more for you. The offense has been kind of unusually geared towards running backs and tight ends this season, while the receivers have kind of been taking a back seat. What do you think it's gonna take for those guys to get going?
I think it just starts in practice, and having a freshman quarterback, the brand new freshman quarterback, it's hard sometimes to throw the whole playbook at him. So I think just because as Will continues to evolve, and we've had some great receivers that have been banged up, and we've lost some great receivers. So it's always tough when you take a blow like that. But I think the receivers have done great this week at practice, and I think they're ready to step up. And it's just tough when you lose some guys to injuries and whatever it may be. So I think they're ready though.
Last one here, Mitchell.
Hey, man. Of course, KU, their star running back, Puka Williams, has decided to opt out. Is it kind of unfortunate for you, a guy that's at your same position, you're not going to have that opportunity to kind of run against him one last time?
Yeah, that was fun last year, just, getting to compete against such a great running back like him. Obviously thoughts and prayers go out to him and his mother and whatever they're dealing with. I hope the best for them. But, yeah, definitely going to miss. It's just fun competing with those great backs. And, fortunately in the Big 12, we have so many great backs. Each week you get to compete with somebody and, kind of go head to head. So it was definitely fun.